Good afternoon, everybody. Mason Shellmeyer here at Stampin' Auto Guitars in Denver, Colorado. Today we're going to be talking about Stratocaster style tremolos. Now these are floating trems. This is the real standard one, Mexican-made Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster. And so, this particular customer wanted me to put a heavier gauge of string on here. These are going to be flat wound 10s. Flat wound strings have quite a bit more tension on them. So as I installed these strings, you can see here, this trem plate is poking up quite a bit here now. I don't know if you can see that there. People who don't play with the tremolo bars, we just want to have those. People who don't play with those trems, we just want to have that stay totally flat on the bridge there, or totally flat on the top of the guitar there. This current customer, he says he plays around with it a little bit, would like some give there, and so we're gonna go ahead and adjust this. Heavy trem players will usually like to, if you want this bar, you want the trem up off the body of the guitar if you're going to be bending notes up. So in this case, right there I'm going from an A to a pretty high A sharp, so let's say almost a full step up, which is quite a bit. And so I want to adjust this thing to come down. And how we're going to do that is we're going to flip the guitar over here. We have tremolo block here, a system of springs. This is going to be called your tremolo claw. You'll often see the wiring of the guitar is grounded to the trem claw. And so let's say we're putting 13s or something on this guitar, something crazy. This thing is going to be way out of whack, way up here, because there's going to be way more tension on it. In that case, we're going to go ahead and add springs to this. You got room for 5 tremolo springs. In this case, there's only a little bit more string tension added to the guitar. So we're going to adjust these two. We're just going to adjust these 2 screws further into the guitar to have some more pressure pulling down on this here. So to make a measurement of where we're at, so we know exactly how much we're adjusting this. I'm going to lose this 1/4 inch here. So right now, I get my straight edge. I'm sitting like 2.5 millimeters above the bridge plate, sitting 2.5 millimeters above the top of the guitar. I'm going to take a nice long screwdriver here, get a little more torque out of these long guys. I'm going to do just a half turn on each of these. Half rotation. It's important to tune the guitar in between each of these adjustments because it is going to change, and different tunings require different string tension. Back into standard tuning there. The trem came down, not much, but it did come down a little bit. And that was with half a turn, so I'm going to give it another half a turn here. See what that gives us. Half a turn on each of those screws. Brought us down a little bit more. I'm going to retune. All your strings will be going sharp now because you're pulling back. And there we go. Now that trem is much closer to the body of the guitar. You go ahead and take a measurement. We were at 2.5 millimeters. And now I'm at about 1 millimeter. And again, if the player never uses the whammy bar or anything, we're going to go ahead and just have this thing pulled all the way to the top of the guitar. Since this player does utilize it sometimes, I've got it just about 1 millimeter off the top of the body, top of the guitar now. And that's a real nice place for it to sit, for intonation to be good, and to get good use out of that tremolo system.